Hi yogis, welcome to Yummi Yoga. This is another episode. I'm your host, your yoga teacher, Nicole Sebring, founder of HAUS, and I'm joined today by the lovely...
Hi, I'm Kristine Freeman. I'm the marketing manager from Yummi Karma.
We're so excited today because we're going to be combining our Mood Magic Drops, which are just that, magical. They really help aid any PMS symptoms you may have, relieving bloating, cramps, you know, just that monthly time that always comes. We dread it every time and we have to endure. So we're gonna show you some tips and tricks to help kind of ease it. Combining these drops with yoga really helps relieve that. So really excited to share that with you today. So if you don't know yet, Mood Magic Drops, pretty amazing. We've got 300 milligrams of THC, our coconut fractionated oil, or MCT oil, and then we've got dandelion root, Eleutheria root, am I saying all these right? Raspberry leaf,
and maca root.
Yes, so all of these amazing ingredients combined together create this magical formula, and it's pretty powerful stuff. And then I think my favorite part, to be honest, is the raspberry flavoring. So
yummy.
It makes it very yummy to take. So we're gonna be using these drops with postures and show you how, again, to relieve those PMS symptoms that we all get. So also go ahead and pull out your Spotify playlist if you wanna click and join us. We've got some really amazing music to go along with our yoga practice today. And if you don't have your drops, don't worry, because you can add these in later, or this is an amazing practice even without the drops. So either way. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the link in our bio on Instagram to go ahead and follow this episode and many more. All right, are we ready? Should we cheers?
Ready. Cheers. Let's take our drops. Don't forget to shake.
Yes, and we can go ahead and take half a droplet or we can take a full drop. So it just kind of depends on your level of THC and what you feel comfortable today. So here we go. Oh my God, I love the raspberry. It's the best. All right, yogis, let's get started. Okay, so you've got your comfortable space. We've got our props, blocks if you have them at home. If not, you can grab a book, a blanket. These are just really helpful during any yoga practice, but for today, we're gonna be using them a lot. So if you have one, I highly suggest it. And wanted to kind of note that our Mood Magic Drops really go well with our Sacral Chakra. So this is our second chakra. It's located right below the navel, right where all of those pesky PMS symptoms come from. So we're gonna be focusing on this area of the body today with different ab workouts, a lot of twists, and it's really gonna help open up that sacral chakra. This is where we hold our creativity, our sexuality. If we have any blockages here, we might be having digestive problems, we could be having issues within our GI tract, back to those PMS problems. So this will be really, really helpful along with our drops. So let's get started. So we're gonna come into reclined butterfly pose first. So we're bringing the soles of the feet to touch. Our knees are out wide, just like butterfly wings. That's where the pose name comes from. And if you have your block or your pillow, we're gonna place it vertically down the spine, and we're gonna start to just roll the back all the way back. So nice and low, gently, arms out by our side. And what we're doing here is we're lifting this portion of the body up. You can see here on Kristine how her sacral chakra right below her navel is projected up as we start to calm down and unwind the body. So from here, let's go ahead and just start taking deep breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. Just really starting to feel relaxed and safe in your space, melting into your mat, if you will. So continuing that gentle breath, starting to breathe in a little bit deeper, in through the nose and out of the mouth. If it feels okay, we can place our right palm on our belly and our left palm on our heart, and noticing the body as it lifts up with every breath and lowers as we exhale. So just really starting to calm everything down. Really nice. This is where it's a great place to set your intention for your practice today. So that could be anything from a word, you know, maybe it's I am grateful, I am humble, I am happy, I am yummy, whatever your intention, your reason for coming to your mat today, really envisioning that and breathing it in and exhaling out. Okay. So when you're ready, Kristine, we can gently remove the palms and gently start to remove the block from behind the spine. It's a little awkward, I know. We can set it off to the side. And then we can bend one knee and then the next. And we're gonna hug the knees into the chest. So going ahead and giving ourselves a nice little hug here. And then we can take a happy baby. So we can grab for the big toes as we bend the knees, maybe sway side to side. This feels really nice on that lower back region. And then we can bring the knees together. And coming behind the thighs here, we're just gonna start to roll up and down the spine until we come all the way up to a seated position. Yeah. And then we're gonna roll over the knees and come into child's pose. So basically making a nice somersault in a nice way. So coming into our child's pose, we'll have our knees spread wide and our big toes to touch. And the wider our knees go, the easier it's going to be to move into this posture. Really reaching the fingertips out, pressing the palms firmly into the mat. We can have our elbows either lifted or lowered down. Inhaling as we reach the fingers a little bit further out, and exhale as we sink the hips closer to the heels. We can place the forehead onto the mat, maybe rocking it side to side. This taps into our third eye chakra, space between our eyebrows. And this posture is really, really nice because in essence, we're compressing the body and giving that sacral chakra region below the navel a nice little warm kind of section. So really releasing any stress by sitting here for a couple deep breaths. So we'll take one big deep breath again. Exhale out. Starting to allow the hips to fall closer to the heels. And then inhaling, we're gonna come back up through tabletop. So a nice flat back. Shoulders stacked over wrists. Our hips are stacked over our knees. Gaze is down at the mat in between the fingertips. And we'll go ahead and inhale for cow. Gaze comes up as we arch the spine. And then exhale, doming the spine for cat. Gaze comes to the navel, to that sacral chakra region. And we can just kind of move through these back and forth. So breath to movement. Kristine, if you want to add in any hip circles, or maybe flowing back through child's pose, just really starting to open up the left and the right side of the body. Noticing how the spine feels. Really getting all the muscles and bones really flowing, circulating. So from here, when we feel nice and balanced on the left and the right, we're gonna place the right palm in the center of the mat and we'll inhale the left palm up. So we're opening the chest here and then exhale, threading the needle through. And we can either take the right palm as it extends or taking the bind behind the hip. So we can, yes, she's advanced, she's got this. So we're really stretching the shoulder here. This left shoulder portion. So we really want to send the breath there. So take 2 big breaths for me. Really nice. And to release, we'll release the bind, placing the right palm onto the mat. And as we inhale, lifting that left palm back up. And then exhale, release. And we'll do the opposite side. So left is in the center. Inhale the right up. Twisting the body open, and exhale, threading the needle through. Again, breathing into that right shoulder this time. Releasing the bind, sending the palm up, and then release. So a little ab workout here, which common misconception is if you're having these PMS symptoms, sometimes you don't really want to work out, but the more we work our core and abdomen during this crucial time, it actually helps. So we're going to be doing a lot of abs today. Get ready. Okay, so first we're going to have, again, our left palm in the center. This is our foundation. We're going to inhale the right arm up, shooting energy out of the fingertips. Gaze is still on the mat, so a nice long neck, long spine here. And then we're gonna lift with the left leg. So we're straightening the leg, pointing the toes down. Yes, perfect. So nice long lines here, really elongating the body, stretching everything apart in opposite directions. And then when we exhale, we're gonna crunch, elbow to knee. Yes, inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch. Great breath. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale. And this time when we exhale and we crunch in, we're going to do little taps. So elbow to knee. Tap. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale, release. Yes. Great breath, Kristine. I love it. Okay, so we'll do the opposite side. Right palm in the center. Inhale the left, shooting those fingers. Inhale the right leg, toes pointing down, gaze down on the mat. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, here come those taps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and release. Woo! Good job. Okay, from here, we're gonna move into our downward dog. So we're gonna walk the palms out just a little bit further. You know what, let's do a puppy pose. This feels really good. I love this pose. This is one that's underrated. People don't do it enough. So from here, we walk the palms out. All we're gonna do is sink the hips back a little bit, and then we're gonna come up, and then we're gonna come onto the forearms here, and then send the hips high. So we're releasing any tension on that lower back. If we have sciatica issues, this is really nice. And then we can inhale as we come up and then move into our downward dog. So lifting the knees, sending those hips high, maybe walking the feet out a little bit further, pedaling them out. Yes, very nice. Gaze to the navel. Nice, firm downward dog. Okay, yogis, so from our downward dog, we're gonna slowly walk to the top of the mat and take a nice ragdoll here. So feet or hips width distance, slight bend in the knee, and we can just let the body hang loose. This feels so good. This doesn't even seem like a yoga pose, but it is. It's really nice. We can grab for opposite elbows, maybe sway side to side, really allowing the crown of the head to fall towards the earth. And anytime we can compress the body, just like we see here, we're really activating that sacral chakra region. So this is really, really nice on that portion of the body. So from here, we're gonna bring the big toes to touch and take our forward fold. So if we can't reach the mat or behind the thighs, we can come up to here, whatever feels okay for you. Maybe you're just hanging loose today. We're all at different levels, so honoring your body is key. So from forward fold, we'll inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Breath to movement here. Inhale as we come all the way up, mountain pose. Yes. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, back bend. So we'll cactus the arms, gaze comes up. Inhale, reach, mountain, and exhale, forward fold. Really nice. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, shooting energy out of the fingertips, feeling rooted, strong, and grounded. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend, look back. And again, we're activating that sacral chakra region. So really important here. Inhale, reach. exhale, fold. From here, we'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And we'll inhale to chair pose. So literally sitting in a chair. You can imagine it. So I'm gonna come from the side. You'll go to the forward side. So we'll inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So we wanna have a deep bend in the knee, and we wanna have the weight in the heels. So little to no weight in the toes. You should be able to wiggle your toes. You should be able to see your toes. So your knees shouldn't be too far forward, just the right amount. Shoulders back, nice tall spine, gaze is forward. And if it feels okay, we can bring the palms up or keep them hands at heart center. So your choice. So from here, from our chair pose, we're gonna do a little twist. Okay, so we're gonna bring the right palm back, left palm forward. So we're twisting the body here. So we wanna twist, yes, so nice. Shooting energy again out of those fingertips. Inhale through center. And exhale, twist, other side. Inhale through center. And forward fold. Very nice. So every time we twist the body, we're activating this section, that sacral chakra, really getting everything moving. We're gonna do it again though. Are you ready? Inhale, halfway lift. Oh, that happens. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. See, this is why yoga shouldn't be taken too seriously, right? Okay, so from here, we're gonna twist differently. So we're gonna bring the hands at heart center, and this time we're gonna twist elbow to knee. So we're gonna kind of inhale, hinge forward, and exhale, elbow to knee, twisting the body. So a little bit of a deeper twist here. Yes. Hands are at heart center. If it feels okay, you can fly the arms. Yogi's choice. And we'll inhale through heart center. And exhale, twist, other side. So having that elbow to knee connection. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, heart center. And forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So from here, we're gonna step back to high plank pose. So placing the palms onto the mat, we'll step back, and then we'll push up, downward dog. Sorry, not a push up. So from our downward dog, we'll inhale, right leg high, three-legged. And then exhale, we're gonna swoop it through for warrior one. So our warrior one, our front foot facing forward, our back foot is at a slight angle, but planted down. So not lifted, but down. Yes. So before we get into warrior two, you're almost there. Warrior one, we wanna have a shorter stance, and then we're gonna have our hips facing forward. So Kristine did an amazing warrior two. She was almost there. Warrior two is the next step. But warrior one, we wanna have shorter stance, hips facing forward, and then bring the palms up. Yes, very nice, perfect. Now from here comes that warrior two. So we'll open the arms. So we're teeing the arms out, taking a longer stance, really sinking into that front knee, making sure that the knee doesn't extend past the ankle. Our back foot is still planted. Gaze is over our index finger. Yes. From here, we'll reverse warrior. So flip that front palm and reverse. Activating our sacral chakra here. Then as we inhale, we'll come through side angle. So elbow to knee, and inhale the left palm up, twisting that chest open. Remembering to breathe. And then when we inhale again, we'll reverse triangle. So straightening that front leg, palm comes up. Very nice. And then we're gonna open up to the side. So from here, we're gonna have our toes in, heels out, and we're gonna do a forward fold. So this will feel really nice. So arms out to a T, and then we'll start to fold all the way down. So we can plant the palms, Maybe extend the feet a little wider, but we really want to have toes in to help with any lower back sciatica issues. And we reach the crown of the head. So here we are compressing the body again. So take 3 big breaths here. So this area of the body, again, is really nice. We're compressing. So this region, that sacral chakra region, is being activated. So one more big breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And then we're going to bring the arms out to a T and slowly come up. Now we're going to bring the heels in, toes out, and we'll move into goddess pose or horse pose. But for today's class, I feel like we should call it goddess. Goddess pose. I don't really want to be a horse. So we're going to sink in. So I'm going to come from this angle. If Kristine can demonstrate from the side. So basically, we're bending into kind of like a squat position, but we want to have our tailbone tucked. So our tailbone is tucked, shoulders back, gaze is in front of us, our crown of the head is up, and our elbows will come in just like this. So we'll sink down, and then when we inhale, we'll come into star pose. So we'll inhale, stretching everything up, and then exhale again, horse. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Very nice. So we're gonna come right back into our warrior 2. So we're gonna twist the back foot, twist the front foot, and come right back into warrior 2. Almost like a dance. Very nice. Then we're gonna cartwheel the palms down, step back, high plank, and either taking your chaturanga or coming right back to downward dog. Okay, yogis, so from our downward dog, we're gonna inhale left leg high, 3-legged, and exhale, step it through warrior 1. So that shorter stance, back foot is down, hips facing forward. Yes, very nice. From here, we're gonna open up warrior 2. So wider stance, deep bend in that left knee, gaze is over the index finger. Reverse warrior. Coming through side angle, left palm comes up. Reverse triangle as we straighten that front leg. And then from here, moving into our forward fold again. So this time just facing the opposite side. So toes in, heels out, arms out to a T, and start to fold down. If you have an inversion in your practice, this is a great time to play around with it. Inhale, halfway lift. Bringing the arms out to a T, starting to rise back up, and moving into that goddess pose. So heels in, toes out, elbows come in, squatting down, tucking that tailbone. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. One more. Inhale, up, star. Exhale, horse. Transition into warrior 2. Cartwheeling down, framing that foot, stepping back to high plank, moving through your chaturanga or straight to down dog. Okay, inhale high on the tippy toes. We'll walk towards the center of the mat, and now we'll start to lower all the way down. Okay, time for abs. So if you have your block, this is a great kind of tool to use. If not, don't worry about it. But from here, we're gonna move into boat pose. So boat pose is kind of a neat posture because we're in essence making a complete boat shape with our body, a V shape, if you will. So we can come up to the tips of the tippy toes, arms out, or we can come into reverse tabletop, or fully extend the legs, grabbing from behind the thighs. So taking your layer, holding your boat, beautiful, love. And then from here, we're gonna add in a crunch. So we're gonna crunch in, exhale out. Crunch in, exhale, in. Last one, hold that boat, good job. Now we're gonna add in a twist. So bringing the hands to heart center, or this is where you would incorporate your block. And you're gonna twist over to the right. Inhale through center. Twist over to the left. Inhale, one more twist. Over, inhale, twist. Inhale, hold it, you've got this. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. So continuing those on for a couple more reps if you want. Look, I'm out of breath already. If that's what feels good for you and your abs, continue to do so. Like I said, surprisingly, the more you do those, the better the cramping will feel. So kind of your choice, yogi's choice. So from here, we're going to do some twists. So I'm actually gonna have us extend the legs, staff position. So staff position, our legs are elongated. We've got our knees slightly bent. Our feet are flexed, so toes facing up. Hopefully our feet aren't too dirty. And we're going to twist the body. So we're gonna bring the right over the left leg, and we're gonna inhale the arm up and behind the tailbone. Inhale the left arm up, and then elbow to knee as we twist the body. So twisting the body here on the sacral chakra region again activates that whole area of the body, really bringing that magicness from those mood magic drops. We'll inhale through center, releasing the bind, and we'll twist the opposite side. So right extended, left over, as we twist in the opposite direction. Bringing the gaze over the shoulder, really twisting here. Exhale, release. And then we can bend the knees, and we're gonna come into that butterfly pose again. So last time we were extended, this time we're gonna be up. So butterfly, soles of the feet to touch. We'll bring the palms under the toes, kind of walking them in, and really just allowing the knees to kind of fall. Again, if we have our blocks, great use if we need extra support or those pillows on either side. And then from here, we want to inhale the gaze up, and then exhale, elbows in nice and tight as we compress the body, bringing the forehead to meet the toes one day. So releasing down, and again, this activates this portion of the body. So really compressing everything. Deep breaths. And then inhale, start to rise up. And we can close the knees. And then we're gonna come over. So coming into our half lotus pose and come over the knees. And we're gonna come into hero's pose. So hero's pose, we're basically just sitting on our heels. And if this is too much on the knees, if you add the block in here or a blanket, it helps a lot. Kind of relieve any extra stress you might have. But we're gonna move into rabbit's pose. So from here, we're gonna compress the body again. So I'm gonna come from this angle. So we're gonna have our hands on our heels, shoulders back, and we're gonna tuck the chin. So rolling the head, the crown of the head onto the mat, and then we're gonna lift the body up. So really lifting the hips up as we compress. Again, everything together, and every time the head is upside down in this inversion, we're activating that blood flow and really helping with our kind of creativity, our intuition, having this opposite kind of reaction with the body. So very carefully start to roll back up. Really nice. Yeah. A little dizzy, are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay. If you get dizzy, that's okay. It's totally common in this pose and for the next pose we're about to do. So take them slow, take them at your own pace. So next we're gonna move into camel's pose. So camel, we wanna come up onto the knees this time and have our knees hips width distance. We can put a fist in between. This kind of helps know where our body should be. And we're gonna place the palms behind on the tailbone. I'll demonstrate from the side. And our feet are facing back. We're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together. So squeezing the elbows, placing our hands on our tailbone like we have pockets in our pants. And then we're gonna start to look back on the exhale. So maybe you're here today. Maybe you're just looking back. Or maybe you can reach for the heels as you start to come all the way back. Hi. That was great. So taking your layer, but the goal of this posture is to activate and emphasize this portion of the tummy right below the navel. So take 2 big breaths here. Very nice. And then slowly start to come up. And we're going to come right into child's pose. So stretching out the spine, kind of counteracting. But again, focusing on that sacral chakra. So sometimes when we do back bends, it can bring up a lot of emotion, and that's okay. That's a good thing. We want to feel all the feels. So taking whatever washes over you in. Think of it as like abundance. And when you're ready, we can slowly start to come up, right back into hero's pose, so sitting back on our knees. And then from here, we're going to just adjust the legs a little bit. This is called cow pose, but cow facing pose, so a little bit different from what we did in the beginning. So we want to cross our legs so we can bring the right over the left, and then we want to have the heels as close in as we can. But again, honor your body. Everyone's at different levels. We want to have the toes kind of facing in or flex. So just kind of taking your layer of whatever feels okay on your body, having a nice tall spine, shoulders back, and then we can just stay here, or we can add in the arms for an extra twist. So we're gonna have our right up, our left below, and if you have it, you can make the connection behind. Yes. So I'm gonna turn around so you can kind of see what that looks like. But basically, we're twisting the body. And as we inhale, we'll start to look up, and as we exhale, we'll fold over. Keeping the bind if you have it. And if you don't have it, here's a great alternative for you. So you can keep the arms here, and we're just compressing the body. Or you can bring the arms behind. So taking your layer, but again, the focus is on compressing that sacral chakra region as we bring the body folding together. We can release the bind as we start to come up. Really nice. And then we'll swap to the other side. So swapping the legs and then swapping the arms. So this time with the left and crossing and folding over the body. You can rest the head onto the knees. Take 3 big breaths here. And then releasing and coming up. So we'll do the opposite leg. Inhale, left leg high this time. Exhale, swoop it through, pigeon pose. Again, taking your layer on whatever that means for you today, and then starting to surrender down. Compressing the body on that sacral chakra region. Channeling, manifesting that energy so that the cramps are finally relieved with the help of these Mood Magic drops. And after taking 3 big breaths here, we'll start to come up as we press the palms into the mat. Press the right toes into the mat and inhale, left leg high, 3-legged. And then exhale, wild thing as we flip our dog. Inhale through downward dog. And then walking the feet towards the top of the mat. And we'll start to lower all the way down. All right, best part. So we can melt down here, all the way nice and flat. And we're gonna do a couple more hip stretches and twists to really aid with the body. So first we'll move into bridge pose. So we'll bend the knees and we'll walk the heels nice and tight into the glutes. And then from here, we're gonna lift the hips up high. So our feet are facing forward. Really nice. And I'm gonna do it from the side so you can see at home. And we're gonna shimmy the shoulders underneath. So we're lifting the hips, shimmying the shoulders underneath, tucking the chin to the chest, and then really activating again that sacral chakra as it lifts up. Taking 3 big breaths here. If we want to go a step further, we can add the block underneath for extra support. So you can bring your hips down a little bit, and that's an even better one. So if you're really feeling cramping at home and having those PMS symptoms, this is a really nice one to help align the spine and allow the blood flow to come down the body, really relieving the center of the area. So we'll inhale as we lift the hips. I'll remove the block, and we can start to come all the way down. Really nice. How did it feel with this versus not having it?
So relaxing.
Yeah?
Yeah, very soothing on my back.
I know. Blocks are our best friends. They're very underrated. So from here, we'll move into wheel pose. So wheel pose, we want to have, just like in bridge, heels nice and tight to the glutes. And then we'll bring the palms by the ears and then slowly start to lift up. So inhaling the hips high and then inhaling as we lift all the way up. Making this beautiful wheel, rainbow shape with the body. Remembering to breathe. And again, activating the sacral region of the body. So sending everything up, really channeling all of that energy to release any of that stress. Really nice. So exhale, come all the way down, stacking one vertebrae very slowly here. So want to take your time. And then we're going to go ahead and come right into a happy baby because it feels so good after doing that posture, relieving any lower back issues on the sciatica region, our root chakra, maybe extending one leg long and then the next, maybe both. And then we can bring the knees nice and tight in, giving ourselves a little hug. And we'll move into wind removing pose. So we'll send the left leg long, hug the right knee in, flexing both of the feet, grabbing on top of the shin, and we'll bring the knee around the rib cage into this arm pocket region. So we're squeezing down, and this really activates our digestive system, or our colon, our inverse and transverse colon. So on the exhale, we'll supine twist. So bring the knee over the body. We can adjust the hips a little bit here. And we'll start to really twist the entire spine. We can bring the arms out, cactus, to the side, being mindful of your neighbor. The gaze can come over your right shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. Otherwise, your neck is facing forward. But we want to bring this knee as far over the body as we can. Anytime we twist the body, this is really nice in releasing toxins and really cleansing everything as a whole. So we'll inhale through center, hugging both knees in, and we'll swap legs. So sending the right leg long, left knee this time around the rib cage, activating the opposite side of the colon tract. And then exhale, supine twist over to the right. Taking your layer, maybe closing the eyes. You could lay here for 5 minutes if you wanted to. It feels so nice. Inhaling through center. We'll hug the knees one more time. And then we'll go ahead and send them long. And we'll start with legs up the wall. So if you don't have a wall nearby, this is a great alternative. So if you want to lift your legs up, and then we'll press the block underneath. So it's acting, I'll come to the side. It's acting as a little shelf. And what you're doing is you're allowing the blood flow, might need to adjust a little bit, and you're allowing the blood flow of the body to come all the way down. So we can either have our feet relaxed or flexed, but the idea is we want all of the weight to focus here, and we can just be calm. So you can stay here for 10 minutes if you wanted to. It's really your choice. The term legs up the wall come from, if you don't have the block, you would in essence be doing this right up against the wall. So if you don't have a block at home, you can do that, but the block is very nice. And then when you come off, you'll press your feet onto the mat, slowly lift the hips, and remove the block. I know that was comfortable, but you can't stay like that all day. Can you imagine? It would be great. So from here, I'm actually going to have us take one more drop to get extra magical before our Shavasana. So if you would like to join us for one more, now's your opportunity for that raspberry flavor. Maybe not a full drop, maybe a half a drop here. Okay. And then we can start to melt down for our full Shavasana. So let's come back to that reclined butterfly pose just as we started class. So soles of the feet to touch, and we'll start to work all the way down, knees out by our side like those beautiful butterfly wings, allowing the shoulders to fall deeper into the mat. We can place our right hand on our chest and our left on our belly. Coming back to our intention, focusing our energy on our sacral chakra, the region below the navel, and understanding of how important it is when it's balanced in our life. Recognizing that our PMS symptoms that do come once a month are incredibly normal. Every woman gets them. And even if you're not a woman, sometimes you still get them as a man. So we all have these mood swings, these issues if maybe you're hungry or you're tired. No matter what, you always have these issues and you have to endure. So calming the breath helps, flowing through these postures, channeling the energy to positive vibes. From here, we can bring the knees into close and start to elongate the body. So really taking up space, allowing everything to fall into the earth. Starting from the tips of your toes, all the way to the crown of the head. Giving gratitude to every muscle and bone for working really hard through these postures, but now giving them time to rest. We can soften the space between our eyebrows, unclench our jaw, remove the tongue away from the roof of the mouth, and really melt just for these next few moments. So do make sure to give yourself enough time in your Shavasana to really unwind, really honor it. But when you're ready, we'll start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe rock the head side to side, bending one knee and then the next, reaching the arms up overhead as we stretch the spine. And then inhale, slowly starting to come up to a comfortable seat. We can come into lotus or half lotus. You can close the eyes, bringing the palms on the knees. Again, giving ourselves gratitude for coming here today, honoring the mood magic within each of us. We'll bring our hands to our heart center. And then we'll bring our thumbs to our third eye chakra. Again, repeating your mantra, your intention to yourself as you breathe it in and exhale it out. The Yummi Karma Love and Light in me honors the Yummi Karma Love and Light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Great job, yogis. Well, thank you so much for joining us at home. Thank you, Kristine, for joining today. And we hope to see you next time. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or click the link in our bio on Yummi Karma's Instagram. And if you don't already have your Mood Magic drops, go ahead and pick them up. They are amazing. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Visit our website and click the pink Order Online widget on the bottom right. Add Yummi Karma products to your cart, go to checkout, create an account, and place your order. Don't forget any promo codes.